Well, guys, they told him to throw the switch. What that is, that's a reservoir in the fuel cell that has a secondary electric fuel pump. They know exactly how much fuel is in that box and how far they can run.
The white flag's waved. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Truex has it down to 1.4. And here comes the Candyman. 52nd career Cup victory for Kyle Busch, Toyota, and Joe Gibbs Racing.
Get out the broom, boys.
It was back-to-back weeks. Sorry, guys. Let you down last week, but that was a cool week right here, man. Thanks.
He has the longest active streak now in the Cup Series. At least 1 victory in each of the last 15 seasons. And since they reconfigured this track, he has won every race he's entered.
Oh my gosh.
Oh me.
The Cup race last fall, the Xfinity race, and the Cup race today. Today's victory was fueled by Sunoco. Sunoco's fueling victories all season long.
And I think that's what we were saying earlier in that debate. He's just really darn good.
Well, but you know what, Jeff? Sometimes you have to give up good to be great. And I just think Kyle Busch is great.
Yeah, he is.
He spins it to a halt at the start-finish line. Jamie Little's on her way to greet the winner. Standing on the door, waving to the crowd. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. For Kyle Busch, 2.4 ahead of Joey Logano.
So you got the white flag. Now all you want to do is see clear sailing in front of you, no lap cars, keep it out of the wall, make sure nothing else goes wrong, no vibrations.
And you got a 2.5-second lead. Use it.
This might be the slowest lap that Kyle Busch runs all day.
It would be for me, I know that.
Quarter. I'm doing their very bottom.
Between 3 and 4 and headed for home. Kyle Busch in his Joe Gibbs Toyota is going to win his 53rd race in the Cup Series and hit his magic number 200 in Southern California.
Awesome race car. Thank you. All I do is win no matter what. Can you imagine if I could have gotten Vegas and yesterday? How many in a row? How many?
He's feeling confident.
Joey Logano finishes second, 2.3 back.
Buddy, when I say thanks for letting us be a part of it, man, you are the best.
Last year,
Right.
This is already 2 this season. He might get there.
Kyle Busch out of the car, raises the flag,
Oh, boy.
and waves it for the fans.
Oh, buddy.
There's the signature bow.
Brothers get up here messing around a little bit, that 22 is going to be all over. I don't think he's got time to get there unless something happens up here with these the two Busch brothers.
There's the white flag. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Logano a distant third. Blaney and Hamlin fighting for fourth, side by side. Menard, Boyer, Suarez. Kurt Busch, 54th career win for Kyle Busch. Kurt Busch second. And Kyle Busch ties Lee Petty for 10th on NASCAR's all-time list.
You're not really happy with the race car. And now he's in victory lane, or going to go to victory lane, do a burnout here first.
Kyle Busch, today's victory, fueled by Sunoco. Sunoco fueling victories all season long. The white flag waves over Kyle Busch. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
1.9.
That's the gap to Keselowski.
Well, I mean, to me, these guys have put together a pretty flawless day. I mean, they lost some track position, but otherwise they have been flawless throughout this day.
I just think a lot of the experience that Kyle has in the trucks and in the Xfinity cars, and with this engine package where you got to stay in the throttle, that's the way those other vehicles are. I think it really pays off for him.
Last lap by, he was still the fastest car on the racetrack by 0.5 of a second over Brad Keselowski. Kyle Busch for Toyota and Joe Gibbs Racing wins the Pocono 400, his 55th career win, tying Rusty Wallace for 9th on NASCAR's all-time win list.
55 wins, and he's still a young man.
Certainly didn't give us a lot to talk about, did they?
Well, and again, to your point, they were absolutely flawless on pit road with their 4 pit stops.
Today's victory was fueled by Sunoco. Sunoco, fuel your best.
A little too much wind coming down this front straightaway for Kyle Busch to do that reveal as he normally pops out in the smoke.
Got his best career start at Pocono this weekend, came from the outside pole and led a race-leading 79 laps.
Where he started might have been a little bit of a clue as to what kind of day he was going to have.
Yeah, those Toyotas haven't been qualifying great this year, but you know when Kyle Busch qualifies up front, he might be in a little trouble.
All he needs is a big S on his chest.
Take a bow, young man. Oh, let's get the flag first.
And he had to win to make it into the playoff system. He was able to win, get enough points, even though he didn't run all the races. And then he won that championship. Well, now he's in a position, as he says, to justify the first and win the second. 2 laps to go in Miami.
And the only people that can question his championship caliber and the driving ability are people that just don't want him to do well. I mean, this guy, he is a winner, plain and simple.
You saw a statistic there just a moment ago, 55 wins. Right now, that's a tie for 9th all-time wins with Rusty Wallace. All-time. This young man, at just 34 years old, is already in the top 10 all-time wins list for NASCAR. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. One more time around. Kyle Busch, you see him even as wide as the camera shot got there. Nobody around him. What a performance he has put on this evening. 119 laps have been led. Kyle Busch, he's the winningest driver of the decade, and now he is joining elite company. Kyle Busch is going to win his 2nd Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series championship.
Awesome year. Thank you, boys. Oh, 2-timer out there. Proud of you, buddy. Way to stick with it. Great job, guys.
There's no reason why he can't go win 3, 4, 5 championships, if not even more. He wants to stay around another 10, 11 years. He could.
Busch, it's been 21 races since he's been able to take a bow, but that's the trademark for the driver of the 18. He'll salute the crowd, bow to them.